This is breaking news from Science Channel.
You are watching live coverage of the Great American Eclipse here on Science Channel. Now, as magnificent an event as a total eclipse is, it's definitely not worth going blind over. And that's why you definitely need eclipse glasses. Dr. Jeff Hall joins me again to tell me why we need these special glasses to view this.
Yeah, right now we're just in the partial phase of the eclipse, and so the dazzling light that you see coming from the sun is coming from the region of its atmosphere we call the photosphere. The light is bright enough and intense enough to damage the tissue and the photoreceptors in your eyes if you stare straight at it, so don't do it.
Is it more intense during an eclipse?
No, it's the same as it is, but even a small part of the sun's disk visible is enough to damage your vision.
Now, if you're not in the path of totality, you need to keep these on the entire
At all
time.
times, yes.
But if you are,
during just those 2 minutes of totality, you should take them off and experience the full effect of the total eclipse.
so when you're looking directly at the sun, that's basically all you can see with these glasses on.
That's
They block
right.
out everything else.
Right, don't drive with these.
Don't try with them. Don't try and navigate around this.
That's
field.
right.
Yeah. But once the totality begins, you're going to give everybody a signal, right?
We will give everybody a big signal on the PA to remove the glasses and enjoy the spectacle.
You are watching the Great American Eclipse here on Science Channel. Stay tuned. You are watching live coverage of the Great American Eclipse here on Science Channel. Now, a lot of very unique things happen during a total solar eclipse. And here to explain more, once again, Dr. Gerard Van Bell. Why are we seeing the sun and the moon moving west to east instead of typically east to west?
So people think of the sky with things rising in the east and setting in the west, but that's because of the rotation of the Earth. The Earth is spinning from west to east. The sky is actually still, and the Earth is the one doing the spinning. The moon is also moving in the sky, and so it goes from west to east as well, and it's going faster than the sky. And that's why we have the shadow going from Oregon all the way over to South Carolina at a speed of about 2,000 miles per hour.
That sounds really fast. But as we're watching contact happen, it seems like a slow pace for the moon to kind of eclipse the sun. It's been going on a while now, but how fast does it really move?
So it moves, basically, its path around the Earth. It takes 1,000,000 miles or more over the course of a month, and we're just basically seeing about an hour and a half of that motion as the moon is passing in front of the sun.
So it's not moving any faster or slower during an eclipse.
It's perfectly normal, that's right.
We're all just waiting for the big moment.
That's right, and it's getting more and more.
Okay, thank you so much. Keep it right here to Science Channel for more coverage. Also, check out our Facebook page. We're streaming live.
This is breaking news from Science Channel.
Eclipse enthusiasm has reached a fever pitch down here at the football field. I'm here with some young astronomers from Flagstaff, Arizona, and their teacher. What are you guys looking forward to the most?
Oh, we're looking at sharing this amazing event where science reaches out of the sky and grabs you and says, "Look, this is awesome!"
Wow!
Yeah.
I think they're excited. I think it's fair to say you guys are excited about the eclipse.
Yes!
Keep it right here to the Science Channel. Much more live coverage of the Great American Eclipse to continue. Also, check us out on Facebook. We'll be back.
This is breaking news from Science Channel.
You are watching live coverage of the Great American Eclipse here on Science Channel. Now, there are two big players here during a total eclipse, the moon, which we discussed earlier, and the sun. Dr. Jeffrey Hall joins me once again. He is a solar astronomer, so you know a thing or two about the sun. What can we expect to see during totality that normally wouldn't be visible?
So during totality, you are able to see the very tenuous outer layers of the sun's atmosphere. Normally, the brilliant photosphere completely washes them out on a normal day. But during totality, you can see the chromosphere, which is a little pink ring right around the edge of the sun. The pink color is characteristic of hydrogen, which is what the sun is mostly made of. And probably more apparently, the ghostly white corona, which is like a whitish halo around the sun with striations and tendrils in it, all the products of the sun's incredibly complex and dynamic magnetic field.
And wearing your eclipse glasses, you'll still be able to make out those features.
During totality, not wearing your eclipse glasses.
Gotcha.
You need the glasses at every time except totality. During totality, take them off because you won't see anything.
And we're less than 20 minutes now away from
getting there.
totality. You're going to give us the sign when we can check out.
That's right. It's getting really exciting. It's starting to look pretty weird. The light's getting strange here. We're getting close.
Definitely cooler. It's on its way. The Great American Eclipse. Keep it right here to Science Channel. More when we come back.
This is breaking news from Science Channel.
You are watching live coverage of the Great American Eclipse here on Science Channel. Now, during totality, there's much more to see than just the sun and the moon. There is a celestial, all-you-can-eat buffet to feast your eyes on. I'm joined once again by Dr. Gerard Van Bell, who's here to tell us what else we'll see up there in the sky.
We'll see basically the nighttime sky as if it was a winter, because this is the sky that is usually hidden by the sun at this time of the year. We will see the planets lined up nearby the sun.
Which planets?
We'll see Mercury and we'll see Mars. Mercury, in fact, is one of those planets that we hardly ever see because it's always so close to the sun. There will be a bright star next to the sun also. That's Regulus, the heart of Leo, the lion, the constellation. Further over, there will be a very bright Venus as well that's up there. The constellations of Orion and Canis Major will be visible, and so we'll be able to see all those stars if it was the nighttime.
That's incredible, and you can see this with the naked eye because during totality,
right.
we won't be wearing our glasses.
That's right. It'll be just like nighttime. The brighter stars will be easy to see, and they'll jump out at us.
So planets, stars, what else should we look for?
Should look for the other features of the sun that Jeff was talking about earlier, the solar chromosphere. There'll be all sorts of things to pop out at us at the nighttime sky.
Oh, get ready. It's just moments away. In fact, less than 13 minutes away from totality. Keep it right here to Science Channel.
This is breaking news from Science Channel.
You are watching live coverage of the Great American Eclipse here on Science Channel and Discovery. And if you're just joining us, I'm Lauren Savan, and we are live in Madras, Oregon, where the Great American Eclipse is about to happen. The crowd is excited. The air has gone cool. I'm joined by Dr. Jeff Bell as well as Dr. Jeff Hall as well as Dr. Gerard Van Bell.
Yes.
Totality is just moments away now. What can we expect?
It is almost there. It is getting extremely weird here in Madras. The light is low. It is dropping like a rock. The
Really
temperature is
cold.
getting
The
very
shadows
cold.
are sharp. It's cool. We should see something coming from the west over here.
Yep,
the
just
shadow
1
hits
minute
us.
to totality now.
Noticeably colder. Obviously, the crowd is getting more and more excited. We're hearing a lot of hoops and hollers out there. Totality less than a minute away now. And when that happens, Dr. Hall, you're going to tell people when it's safe to take your
I
glasses
will
off.
indeed, and there looks like they're counting down.
You can just see that sliver of the sun.
Just a tiny sliver left. Yes, as
No.
the light gets eerie and strange and flat, it's a tremendous experience.
We should see the phenomenon of Bailey's beads as the light starts to peek around the hills and valleys of the moon, and then finally the diamond ring effect right before we hit totality. And that's just 30 seconds away, it looks like.
And Bailey's beads and the diamond ring, these are phenomena that we can usually count on during a solar eclipse. What are the variables?
Typically, well, the variables will be the appearance of the sun's corona and exactly how the solar magnetic structures are configured for this particular eclipse.
We're
This
just
is
about
seriously
15
freaky.
seconds away. The sky is
Seconds
dark.
away.
It is cold out here.
We are 10 seconds.
10
Nine.
seconds from totality. As you can hear the crowd counting down,
Oh,
and we look up.
there's the diamond ring.
There we go. Yeah!
And ladies and gentlemen,
It's crazy.
everyone, you may
Here we
remove
are.
your eclipse glasses. Enjoy totality.
We are in totality. What an incredible sight.
You can see parts of the corona shooting off at like 2 o'clock.
Very pronounced coronal streamers coming out from the sun, a brilliant ring right around it. Just an incredible sight.
You can see Venus up almost totally overhead there. Haven't quite caught Mercury or Mars yet, which are right next to the.
We still have a little bit of haze in the sky, so it's harder to see those very faint objects, but Venus is beautiful.
I'm just seeing these kids love it. Everyone here is so excited. There's almost a collective gasp in the air watching something so incredible like this.
And Lauren, notice around the horizon the pink and rose colors of sunset where the moon's shadow hasn't completely obscured all the light.
We're in a hole of shadow, and sunrise is all around us.
And how long will this last?
About
Totality
another
here,
minute.
yes, just over 2 minutes. We have about 1 minute and 10 seconds of totality left.
And totality will change depending on where this moves across the country, the length of totality.
It will somewhat. It gets a little bit longer as the eclipse progresses.
Oh, I think I could just make out Mercury or Mars there.
And if we're looking for Bailey's beads,
That'll come again as the moon starts to move back out from in front of the sun. That'll happen at the end of totality.
being
Everything-
here with thousands of people to watch this
Isn't it
once-in-a-lifetime
amazing?
event is something truly, truly unique.
It is truly unique. It's really an amazing experience.
I mean, you can just see the sense of awe. Everyone's nearly silent. Just
Yeah,
a
it's
few
not
oohs
something.
and ahs.
It's not something you can appreciate unless you've been here to experience how incredible this is. Now, if you look around 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock, you can see some pink colors.
There we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please put your eclipse glasses back on. Totality is
Glasses
now
go back
ending.
on.
That is the diamond
Totality
ring
ending.
that you see there. The sun will now return.
Wow.
That is thrilling, and it comes
That's
back.
absolutely
You
thrilling.
can see little
What
bumps
an
there.
incredible sight. For so many of us, this was our first eclipse. It might be the only eclipse we see. How does it feel?
It's a rush. It's a total rush. I see
a
my
total
kids
rush.
over there jumping and hugging each other. It's really something that makes your blood course faster through your veins and makes you feel alive.
Witnessing this for the first time for me, I can understand why so many ancient civilizations saw this as a sign of the apocalypse, to see how dark it gets
Can you
right
imagine
in the middle of the day.
if you didn't know what was going on and
yeah.
suddenly this happened? It would have been a profoundly affecting event, as it still is today.
Absolutely. You really get such an emotional rush to be here with thousands of people sharing the same experience.
And I think that's a really important point, Lauren, that this is a collective event. The eclipse is an event for all humanity. And I think the most affecting thing for me was this enormous cheer, and the cheer that's going to be going up across the entire United States. This is an event that enlightens and unifies and reminds all 7 billion of us of our common place in the cosmos. Particularly these days, I think that's a very good message to have ourselves reminded of.
Absolutely. And as scientists, this must be so wonderful to be able to show what you teach.
We love sharing this kind
Thank
of
you
thing.
guys
We
for
love
sharing
it
this
very
with
much.
us. You've been watching the Great American Eclipse live here on Science Channel and Discovery.
This is breaking news from Science Channel.
As you can see here, the crowd still in awe at what we all just witnessed. Now from here, the eclipse will continue on its path, headed east through cities like Casper, St. Louis, Nashville, Charleston, and I'm sure all the folks there will be just as thrilled with the spectacle as we were here. Now, for scientists, this is more than just a cosmic light show. It's also an opportunity to do solar research on a massive scale. As we speak, a lucky group of scientists are currently chasing the eclipse with a jet plane. They're racing across America at breakneck speed to try and stay in the shadow's path. They're hoping to get a longer look at the parts of the sun that are normally hidden by glare. They have just 93 minutes to get all the information they need as they try to unravel some long-standing mysteries about our sun. For more coverage on this and the latest updates on today's event, watch the Great American Eclipse special. That's tonight at 9 on Science Channel. Well, it has been a historic event here in Madras, Oregon. Thanks for sharing it with us as we saw our universe on full display. It was a stunning sight. As always, Science Channel is your home for news on science and technology, and we're going to bring you many more of these live events and discoveries as they happen. In the meantime, for Science Channel, I'm Lauren Savan.